With so many FPL managers deploying the chip this game week, it's time to put on a wildcard draft. As is typical, the first 4 to 6 games have played a significant role in making selections, while there are no firm plans in place to employ other chips for a particular week at the time of writing. Right then, here's how the draft is shaping up. David Raya comes in ahead of a kind schedule for Arsenal. They face only Newcastle from last season's top 6 in their next 8 matches. Only Newcastle, Man City and Chelsea have given up less big chances this season than Arsenal. He will be joined on the bench by popular Alphonse Areola, though it is possible that he will be used in the starting 11 in the near future. With so many reasonably priced choices in defence and favourable upcoming matches, it is tempting to abandon the standard 3-5-2 setup and go big at the back. Matty Cash is a 5.1 million steal, ranking first among defenders in goal attempts and total shots. In terms of final third passes, Diego Dalot and Ben White are two of the most creative defenders this season. Man United's next 7 games are against Luton Town and Bournemouth, while Arsenal will face freshly promoted Sheffield United and Burnley. Alongside them, there could be a spot for Tsimikas, whose price rose overnight and is expected to rise higher this week, with the news that positional competitor Andrew Robertson out for 3 months now confirmed. While his starting spot is far from sure, the 27-year-old is determined to seize the opportunity and prove himself against Joe Gomez. With a favourable schedule, he may be a good punt. In the next 2 weeks, Liverpool will face Nottingham Forest and Luton Town. If 4 million defender Tariq Lamptey recovers from injury, he could earn a place, but for the time being, it is cut price Charlie Taylor who fills the final spot. Mo Salah is also a potential upgrade over Son Heung-min, with the idea of captaining him in the next game weeks. While the South Korean has done little to justify selling, Tottenham will face 2 of last season's top 6 in the next 8 weeks. As a result, he is less appealing as a captaincy candidate. Salah has 4 goals since his blank in Game Week 7, and he shares the lead in shots on goal with Brian Mbemo with 4 in the last 2 games. Despite successive blanks against Wolves and West Ham, Diaby makes the team owing to strong underlying figures and Aston Villa's favourable schedule. He is tied for second in the league with Bruno and Maddison in terms of big chances created this season, with only Salah and Bruno having a better expected assist figure. This season, Kaoru Mitoma averaged slightly over 5 points per 90 minutes, surpassing Pascal Gross's 4.3 to rank first among teammates, who played a minimum of 600 minutes. His 1.79 shots in the box, 0.83 big chances and 2.02 shots are all team highs. It is just a matter of how Roberto De Zerbi manages his front 4 when he gets game action. The Seagulls have the 4th best XG this season and have several good fixtures ahead of them. It may come as a surprise that Saka is not included in this draft. Arsenal's talisman is certainly reasonably priced at 8.5, but the idea is to invest the funds in forwards early on, given the number of options in the Gunners' midfield. Instead, Martinelli joins the team, where he sits second on the team with 10 shots inside the box. Mikel Arteta's team has an excellent matchup coming up next, and after Sheffield United, they only face one top 6 side in the next 8 weeks. So, with a 3-4-3 structure in mind, 4.9 million bench warmer Cole Palmer completes the midfield. With Ben Chilwell being a serious injury doubt for the next few weeks, he is fixed on as Chelsea's number 10 and might get even more penalties. Ollie Watkins maintains his place among the forwards, averaging an astounding 8.17 points per game thus far. His 8 FPL assists are 1 more than any other player, and only Julian Alvarez has attempted more. There is a room for league's top scorer Erling Haaland, who has leading tallies of 34 efforts on target, 33 shots inside the box and 14 big chances. Julian Alvarez rounds off this draft, with the Man City forward continuing to produce FPL returns, averaging 6.33 points. He may have only had 2.93 XG this season, but the majority of them came from within the box, and 4 of them were considered big chances, and no forward has attempted more than his 19 assists. The Citizens' next 4 weeks appear good from an attacking standpoint, with travels to Man United and Chelsea, as well as home games against Bournemouth and Liverpool. One of the key reasons for leaving Son out of this draft is captaincy, and the idea is to rely on Salah and possibly even Erling Haaland in the near future. Over the next 8 weeks, a captaincy rotation between these two will involve the following favourable matches. So that is how the current draft is looking. There will be new team selection video for Game Week 10 as we get closer to the next deadline, so stay tuned. Please remember to like and subscribe if you haven't already, and to share this video if you found it useful. As always, we'll see you at the next one.